George Rose made a tension up there today, an entertaining press conference. Nikita Tszyu, Oscar Diaz, mate. You were a bit late to the party up there, mate. You missed the jump.
Well, I didn't expect it. See, I didn't expect that sort of tension from them that early on. I thought there could be tension on the car, and then it popped off, and I thought, how the hell am I going to get down here anyway? I couldn't get through the table. I thought, if I jump, I'm breaking the stage, I'm breaking the tables, and could hurt anyone. Thankfully, CJ jumped up and he did the job of our security, who was a bit slow to the party too.
What do you make of this card, George? Callum Peters, a tough fight. Nikita Tszyu, Oscar Diaz, and some other good fights on the card as well.
Yeah, look, I think there's some really good matchups. One that wasn't up there on the press conference today, Jack Bowen and Tonga. It's a good fight. It's one that I really like. One of the better domestic matchups that we can make here, and I think it'll be another one of them really exciting fights. Big chance for Callum Peters to make a statement. He's stepping up in class, and he's against a very, very tough opponent, and confident too. The one thing that I noticed about everybody, all the travellers that have come in, is they're supremely confident. And I don't know if it's just because they've had a great fight week. It has been a really good fight week experience so far. Had a great day at the footy with the open workouts, and obviously a really good turnout here today at the press conference. I don't know how much confidence they're gaining from that, but they seem to be really confident they'll get the win, and it's going to make it for a really tough night with our boys.
What do you make of the main event itself? Nikita Tszyu, Oscar Diaz. Does Nikita need rounds, George? He hasn't had many rounds the past couple of years.
Yes, he does, but...
Or what if the fight goes late? Is that a disadvantage to Nikita because he hasn't had those rounds?
Look, we don't know. We don't know because he doesn't get the rounds in. I know he trains hard. I know he trains for the rounds. The beauty of it is that he stops fights a lot earlier than that. And I'm never going to complain about Nikita stopping a fight early because he's got that power, he's got that talent, and it's very exciting when he does. So, it would be great for him to get rounds and get that experience, but when he's stopping fights like that, I don't give a stuff. We'll just make sure that we keep doing more fights for him before he is ready for them bigger step-ups. So when he gets the rounds in, it'll happen, but if he's knocking someone out, I'm not going to go out there and tell him to stop punching hard.
Because of what happened last time, Nikita, in the Zarafat situation, do you guys need a solid show here, George?
Look, I thought we had a solid show in Wollongong. I thought Tim's show was fantastic, and this one's another one. One thing that we will always do is that we'll put on good fights. We'll put on fights that I actually want to watch, and that I'm actually going to enjoy. So if I'm not enjoying the matchups that we've got or the fights that we've got, then I'm not going to do the show. So I'm really happy with the show that we put together, and people are going to get that entertainment on Wednesday night. I know Newcastle fans love a good stink, and that's what they're going to get. They're going to get 9 good fights on Wednesday night, and it's all going to start from the opening of the prelims. We've got some really good local talent on the card, and the return of a few very entertaining guys like Brendan Gratch. Corin Dryden, we saw him. He's got so much personality. There's so much that he can offer, and they're Newcastle locals. So it's great that we can have them on the card, but also it's going to build for a really, really exciting night of fights.
Mate, Tim Tszyu, we saw that footage sort of emerge there of the handshake. Is that the first time you've seen it? What did you make of that footage, George?
That was cold as fuck. Look, it's good because it's going to switch Timmy on, and Timmy's going to be pumped for this fight. I thought that was a moment. I can understand why he called him a disrespectful fuck. I can understand that now. So it was a moment that I think set up what's coming on July 26th. I think that is the moment that'll decide how that fight's going to go. We're going to get a very, very, very good fight on July 26th.
How did you manage to pull that fight off, George? How did you manage to get it down here in Australia? It's a massive fight, Tszyu-Errol, Spence.
Well, part of it's our job as a promoter, right? Is to create big fights, create big experiences, create big events, and to try and do it here in Australia as much as we can. We're Australian promoters, and we are up against it in everybody that we're competing with. We're competing with billionaires across the world, and we're not billionaires. We're Australians who get in and have a red hot crack, and that's what we'll do, is that we'll work hard, and we'll do everything that we can to make the best opportunities come here. And we've got a really good Australian fight fan support base here, and the more that we can get big opportunities here for our Australian fight fans and our Australian fighters, the more we'll keep doing it, because not only is this a huge fight for Australian fight fans, for Tszyu, for Errol Spence, it's also a huge opportunity for a lot of our other fighters to get big fights on this card. We've got a great undercard coming in. I'm going to give you. No, I'm not going to give you.
Come on, George.
I'm not going to give you any yet. We've got a really good undercard that's going to follow that announcement. So it's a huge opportunity for our Australian fighters too, and that's what we've sort of got an obligation to do. That's what we want to do, and that's what I think that we keep doing. We keep delivering on that.
Honest opinion, George. What did you make of Eddie Hearn's show last week?
I've been a big supporter of Skye Nicholson. I think that she's going to be a world champion again, and you know we've always supported her. We've supported her as an amateur. We supported her as a pro, and you know I'd love to see her be a world champion again. And I'm stoked that she got to headline her own card. Like it's really good. She's one of our best female talents. We've got some really good female talent here in Australia. You know, Sugar Neeks, Desley Robinson, Kay Scott, all world champions, all doing great things.
Liam Paro, Lewis Crocker, mate. What's the latest on that? You know, here in June, July. When can fans expect to sort of get some, you know, clarification around that one?
We'll get through this one on Wednesday night, and then we'll do an announcement for you. Yeah.
Right. Heard it here first.
You heard it here first. We'll get through Wednesday night. You get the announcement.
But going Tszyu, Nikita Tszyu, Paro, Tszyu, that's a fantastic run for you guys.
What a run, you know. Like it's a really good year of Australian boxing so far, and the fights that we've got coming up is going to mean that how the end of the year looks, you don't actually know quite yet, because it all depends on these results of these mega fights that we have coming up. But it's going to be a hell of a end of the year as well too. So I'm excited for what's coming over the next few months.
You watched Zurdo Ramirez and Benavidez yesterday. How good's David Benavidez?
Unbelievable. It was tough to sit here and watch, because obviously Matt and Tim went over for the announcement. I had that one earmarked in my calendar. I wanted to be able to watch it, and then obviously we've got the show here, so very important that we're here promoting a big show here. But geez, I would have liked to be there. Cinco de Mayo weekend, the biggest weekend of boxing in America every year, and all I keep hearing is the atmosphere was off its head. That it was great to be there. That just pissed me off. I wanted to be there. David Benavidez is a special fighter. He's unbelievable, and what he did against Zurdo, he lived up to everything that people believe he is. He's top five. He's top five pound for pound.
The last one for you then, the Tszyu-Errol Spence undercard. Could that feature some PBC fighters from the States on that one?
Oh, you're fishing for
it. Makes sense though, right? It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But you know, that's what I'm saying is that putting on a show like that creates opportunities for a lot of other Australian fighters, and you know, we deliver a solid event, and it means that the door opens to do that more often too.
All right, George. Always appreciate it, mate. Thanks so much.
Thank you.